What happened to the black sheep of your family? My sister Megan was always different from the rest of us. While our family valued stability and tradition, she craved adventure and rebellion. By 16, she had dyed her hair every color of the rainbow, covered herself in tattoos, and was staying out well past curfew. Mom and Dad tried everything: therapy, military-style boot camps, even locking her in her room. Nothing worked. The harder they pushed, the more she pulled away. "You're ruining your life," Dad would shout during their explosive arguments. "Maybe I'm just refusing to live yours," she'd snap back. The summer after high school graduation was when everything fell apart. Megan announced she wasn't going to college. Instead, she'd met some guy online who promised her fame in Los Angeles. She was moving across the country with someone she'd never met in person. "This is my chance," she told me the night before she left, eyes bright, with something between terror and excitement. "I can't stay in this suffocating town anymore." I begged her not to go. "This is crazy, Meg. You don't even know this person." She just hugged me and whispered, "Sometimes you have to take risks to find where you belong." The next morning, she was gone. A hastily scribbled note on the kitchen counter: "Don't try to find me. I'll contact you when I'm ready." For months, we heard nothing. Mom cried herself to sleep every night. Dad threw himself into work. I checked her abandoned social media accounts obsessively, looking for clues. When she finally called 6 months later, her voice was hollow, stripped of that defiant energy I'd always associated with her. "I made a mistake," she admitted. "He wasn't who he said he was." The story emerged in pieces. The talent agent was actually running an elaborate scheme, luring young women with promises of stardom, then trapping them in debt and worse. Megan had escaped, but not before experiencing things she refused to describe in detail. "I'm staying with a friend now," she said. "I'm okay." Dad wanted to fly out immediately, bring her home, but she refused. Her pride wouldn't let her come back defeated. 2 years passed with only occasional texts and rare phone calls on holidays. Then, on my 23rd birthday, my phone rang with an unfamiliar number. "Don't hang up," said a voice I barely recognized. "It's me." Megan explained she'd been in rehab, getting clean from the substances she'd used to numb her pain and shame. She'd been sober for 8 months. "I want to come home," she said quietly, "but I don't know if I can face everyone." I bought her plane ticket that day. When she stepped off the plane, I hardly recognized her. Gone was the wild hair and defiant posture. She looked older, tired, but there was something new in her eyes, a steadiness that hadn't been there before. The family reunion was awkward, tense with unspoken hurts. Mom cried. Dad stood awkwardly, not knowing whether to hug her or lecture her. But they tried. Megan stayed for 2 weeks, sleeping in her childhood bedroom that remained frozen in time. We talked late into the night, filling in the gaps of our separate lives. "I thought I was special," she confessed one night. "I thought I knew better than everyone. I was so stupid." "You weren't stupid," I told her, "just young." She returned to California but not to Los Angeles. She'd found work at the rehab center that had helped her, using her experience to guide others away from the paths she'd taken.